Hello everyone, hearty welcome to our English online class. Today we will practice reading and some exercises from our reading book. Children, this is your English reading book. Name of the book, Long Drive. Open page number 27. Page number 27. Lesson 8. Sound of vowel I. Sound of vowel I. Words with I sound. Words with I sound. ID. KID kid. LID lid. HID hit. BID bit. DID did. KID kid. LID lid. HID hit. BID bit. DID did. Second line. IB. Last letters. I two letters are coming. IB. AIB last two letters आएगा. NIB nib. RIB rib. BIB bib. FIB fib. NIB nib. RIB rib. BIB bib. FIB fib. Then third line, last two letters coming, IG. BIG big. DIG dig. FIG fig. WIG big. BIG big. DIG dig. FIG fig. WIG big. Fourth line, last two letters coming, IN. BIN bin. PIN pin. FIN fin. TIN tin. WIN win. Win, pin, fin, tin, win. Fifth line, last two letters coming, IT. BIT bit. PIT pit. SIT sit. FIT fit. LIT lit. Bit, pit, sit, fit and lit. Sixth line, last two letters coming from IP. LIP lip. HIP hip. PIP pip. SIP sip. ZIP sip. Lip, hip, pip, sip and sip. Seventh line, last two letters coming, IX. MIX mix. SIX six. FIX fix. Mix, six, fix. Then some pictures are given here. ID, LID lid, lid. IB, NIB nib, nib. IN, PIN pin, pin. Once again, ID, LID lid, lid. IB, NIB nib, nib. IN, PIN pin, pin. IP, LIP lip, lip. IP, LIP lip, lip. IG, DIG dig, dig. IG, DIG dig, dig. IG, FIG fig, fig. IG, FIG fig, fig. IX, SIX six, six. IX, SIX six, six. IP, ZIP sip, sip. IP, ZIP sip, sip. IN in. TIN tin, tin. I-N, in, T-I-N, tin, tin. Take out page number 27, next page, 28, next page. First upon mention the date 14/09/2021. Filling the missing vowels. Filling the missing vowels. We have been given some pictures and words. What we have to do? We have to write the missing vowels and complete the words. इधर आपको कुछ pictures और words दिया है, पर words पूरा नहीं है, इसमें one vowel, एक एक vowel missing है. आपको क्या करना है? missing vowel को write करके ये words को complete करना है. Example B-N, win. Which vowel is missing here? Vowel I. Next one, D-G. D-G, dig. Then which vowel is missing here? Vowel I. We have to write here vowel I. Then next one, which picture is this? Picture of a tin, dibba. Then spelling of tin, T-I-N. Then vowel I is missing here. We have to write here vowel I and complete the word tin. B-I-B, bib. Which vowel is missing here? Tell me children. Yes, vowel I. We have to write here vowel I and complete the word bib. Z-P. Which picture is this? Tell me. Yes, sip. Spelling of sip. Z-I-P. Then which vowel is missing here? Vowel I. We have to write here vowel I. Then next picture. Tell me children, which picture is this? 6. Spelling of 6. S-I-X. Then vowel I is missing here. We have to write here vowel I and complete the word 6. K-D. Kid. Spelling of kid. K-I-D, kid. Then which vowel is missing here? Vowel I. Then we have to write here vowel I and complete the word kid. F-G, fig. Spelling of fig. F-I-G, fig. Then vowel I is missing here. We have to write here vowel I. W-G. What is this? Wig. Spelling of wig. W-I-G. Which letter is, which vowel is missing here? Vowel I. Which picture is this? Tell me children. Can you tell me which picture is this? Yes, nib. Spelling of nib. N-I-B, nib. Which vowel is missing here? Vowel I. We have to write here vowel I and complete the word nib. This is the picture of a pin. Spelling of pin. P-I-N, pin. Then vowel I is missing here. We have to write here vowel I. Pin. The last picture. Picture of a lid. Spelling of lid. L-I-D, lid. Which vowel is missing here? Tell me children. Very good. Vowel I. We have to write here vowel I and complete the word lid. Then question number 2. Write down 2 I sound words under each column from the words given in help box. Children, हमको इधर हेल्प बॉक्स में कुछ वर्ड्स दिया है, नीचे कुछ कॉलम भी दिया है. हमको क्या करना है? We have to take 2 words from the help box and write in each column. We have to take 2 words from the help box and write in each column. इसमें से हमको words निकाल के ये column में लिखना है. We will find the word that ends with letters ID. Then first column, last two letters coming from ID. ऐसे words को हम इसमें ढूंढना पड़ते हैं. We will find the word that ends with letters ID. F-I-G, P-I-N, D-I-D. One word is D-I-D. Then we have to write here, already write here D-I-D. Then next one, K-I-D, kid. Then we have to write here K-I-D, kid. Then next column, we will find the words that ends with the letters IG. हमको क्या ढूंढना है? हमको इसमें से लास्ट टू लेटर्स IG आने वाली वर्ड्स को निकालना है. F-I-G, fig. Then last two letters I-G. Then you have to write here F-I-G, fig. Then one more we need B-I-G, big. We have to write here B-I-G, big. Then in the third column, we will find the word that ends with letters I and P. I and P लास्ट आने वाला वर्ड्स को हम इस कॉलम से, ये हेल्प बॉक्स में से ढूंढना पड़ेगा. I, P, last letter I, P. One more, the lip. L, I, P, lip. Then second one, H, I, P, hip. We have to write this column H, I, P, hip. Then fourth column, last letters I, X. We will find the words that ends with the letters I and X. S-I-X, 6. The last two letters are I and X. We have to write here S-I-X, 6. Next one, F-I-X, fix. F-I-X, fix. The fourth column, we will find the word that ends with the letters I and N. Last two letters आपको कौन सी में आना? I and N में आने वाली words को आपको इनमें से करना है, select करना है. One, P-I-N, pin. P-I-N, pin. The next one, B-I-N, bin. Children, today whatever we have learned, you have to do practice at home. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.